When the bombs fall, most shelters will provide minimal protection against the horrors of nuclear war. Thankfully, Vault-Tec...
Hi all, and welcome to the video. It's Fallout Shelter playthrough number 11. So let's check in on our dwellers in Vault 235. We've been busy again. Right, okay. I want to check immediately. Well, I've sent him out levelling. Oh, not that guy. Yeah, he was out for about 4 or 5 days, and I brought him back with a ton of stuff, and he's back out again. Okay, this is the one I'm slightly worried. Wow, he's done well. 12 hours on his first run from at level 1. This is what he's picked up at level 1, which, okay, there's no super rares or anything, but that's still pretty good. He's getting low on stim packs now, though. I'm a bit worried because he's only level 8, so I'm going to recall him and get him back. Oop. Fire. We should manage the fire. So I've done a bit of expansion. Those are a couple of things we picked up in the wasteland. Right, let's just clear some of these. Right, okay, so that's that one clear. Raise the stat of any dweller. There you go. I don't want to click them all yet, unless in case it gives me that exact same one again, and we miss out. So let's claim that bit of creds. Collect 400 food. Well, that's not going to be difficult. And daily report seems to be kind of out of sync. Right, okay. So, as you can see, we're expanding our training program. I am building super dwellers. God, there's a lot of stuff to click. Yeah, and we've upgraded to the garden, which has also been upgraded to hydroponics. Now, you might be looking here going, what's all this about? I've sort of pinched this idea from other people. If you've got empty rooms, which you don't, generally there's nobody stood in your sort of, in your storage room or your empty living quarters, unless, of course, you're expanding your population. And I had everybody sort of up here doing training. As you can see, I've expanded the training regime somewhat, and I've come to the conclusion that luck maxed out early on is extremely useful. Have I clicked everything? God. So let's. I've got this working again, thankfully, so I can zoom right the way out and see all the important bits of the vault. Right, so I knocked out the old water treatment plant and replaced it with one of these, which is the purification plant, and a smaller purification station, just the 2-bar one and no lift. Now, the reason for this bit of design at the top is when raiders and or deathclaws come in, they'll enter the vault, faff around in here against, I've decided to call him Jeeves, the Mr. Handy, and then they come in and fight these guys here. They then can't go downstairs because there's no lift here, and they move into this room and fight the same high perception guys again in here. So far it's working out quite well. I figure if I can get all these guys to level 50 from the new batch, and I'll show you what I mean by new batch. The new guys are level 1 but with very high stats. So let's have a look. Yeah, level 1, and when I finish they're going to have 10 in luck, 10 in endurance, 10 in perception, and I'll probably do 5, 5, and 5, just so they've got a bit of everything. I might experiment and create one super dweller who's just literally got 10 in every stat. See a couple of here. So these guys are more effective Like Emil was really lagging behind on his perception last time I was on. I think he had like 3. So I bumped him up to 8 agility, and we're now working on his luck. It just seems to have an all-round good effect on the vault. Yeah, so that's going well. Mysterious Stranger is quite a lot easier to spot, and the caps he drops seem to be completely random. I'll click on him one time and I will get 150 caps, which is meh. And then the next time I click on him, I'll get sort of 8,000 or 7,000 and something. Then it'll drop back to 3,400 or equally strange amounts. He can be slightly easier to spot when we're zoomed out like this, to the point where the characters no longer animate. It's a little easier to manage things like that. Looks like some of the babies have now grown up, so I need to move these guys around down here to start making room. Oh, there he is. Still missed him, even though I was looking right at him. That's the only downside of doing this. You can't always click on him. You've got to zoom in and then click. Now, the zoom thing, I'll just go over now. I changed it to some keyboard sort of tabs that you would... Let's say the QWERTY part of the keyboard. So the keys that you write with Q through P and Z through M. I swapped over because what I had was the plus and minus on the number key, and it wouldn't work. So I thought, well, whereas 2 other keys I quite often use in games are open and close square bracket. So I used those, and it just wouldn't zoom. It did before the patch, but it wouldn't after the patch. So I thought something was broken because it had actually been working before. So just as an experiment, I swapped it to those, and lo and behold, it started working again, which is great. Now, as I was saying, these rooms down here, when they're unoccupied, this is where your mole rats come, and hopefully we'll catch that happening. And they'll come here and break out, but they can't spread to any other rooms. They're not connected to them, and they don't spread up shafts. They don't go up elevator shafts, so they break out and then disappear back down their same hole again. Then you just don't have to bother dealing with them, and you keep your happiness of your vault up a bit, and all is good. I got rid of the second water plant down here, and I think I could run the vault on 100 people with just one of these water treatment or purification plants. Now it's all fully upgraded, which wasn't cheap. Let's collect that. Come on, give us one with a box at the end of it. Sell 21. Oh, great. I probably will, actually. I've got a lot of junk weapons, because obviously now we can loot raiders when they attack us. How are we doing over here? We've got an hour on the broadcast centre. No one's come in. Right, okay. So that's the use of the zoom, and I just tap in once, and we're back to the game as we kind of know it. But it's just nice to be able to see all of the active rooms at one time. Not that that's making it easier for me to catch the mysterious stranger. I still seem to miss him. I think there's just too much to look at. It's a Where's Wally on a timer of 5 seconds. So yeah. Dun dun dun. Where are you? There he is. I clicked on him. Game. Yeah, and that seems to happen a lot as well. But we are on an emulator, so the mouse pointer is acting as though it's a finger. For example, see, I'm not actually on that guy, but I clicked him. And the trouble with this music for him is I keep thinking I've heard it when I haven't. Now, my new super boffins, I think, are almost all maxed out. Let's have a quick look in the room. Okay, no one's actually maxed yet. So this guy. Getting there. Yeah, she was about the closest there with 9 intelligence. I will get her all the way to 10. Oop. Now, see how, watch how these guys deal with rad roaches now. They've got some of their stats pimped out like this guy. Boom. Quick as that. Instead of, you know, you're sort of there and you're clicking, going, come on guys, stim, 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 and the HP is dropping like you wouldn't believe. So the quicker you can get their endurance maxed out, the better. And the way perception works, it makes them do more damage. But I've also noticed that some of the ones with higher agility shoot faster. So they shoot more often with the slower weapons. Like shotgun versus pistol. Pistol shoots fast but does less damage. And so on. So I might start pimping out every stat they've got up here. I think for explorers that's a good idea because they lockpick things. So, you know, they're going to find more stuff. And that's what this game is, really. It's finding stuff. Otherwise, it's just resource management, which is pretty easy. Yeah, so that's where we're at with the vault. At least try and catch our guy, the mysterious pain in the bum, when we see him. So you try and get it. So we've got the whole vault on screen. There you go. So, although he could be appearing down in the basement rooms where nothing much is happening. No, then. Yes, no, maybe. I'm waiting for the music. Come on. Not hearing the music. It's always when something else happens. And it can be a swine as well sometimes. You get, you know, a fire or something in the room, and just as it zooms you to the room, you hear bam, 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 and you can't see the vault because the game has zoomed you in. Come on, where's my giveaway cello or piano, whatever sound it is? It's usually giveaway cellos, isn't it? No. Not happening. So we're almost to 100. Only need 2 more dwellers, and we do have the room, as you can see there. So I don't know why Jacob Fisher's health is quite so low. What's he been fighting? And I sent him out with 20 and 20 Stimpaks and Radaways, and he's not used any yet, so maybe he's just waiting till he reaches a certain point in his HP. And I've sent them out in endurance armour just simply because it's a bit of an experiment. I think they're going to do better that way. And certainly for the explorers. So he's returning. Don't remember, he's only level 8, so he's used 18 of his stims. But, you know, look at that. Observed a super mutant overlord. The super mutant overlord's one of the strongest kind. I'll be lucky to survive. I've got to run. And he does. So I think he's wandered further than he's capable of handling stuff. I mean, he was doing well. Found a locker containing a merc gear. So with the luck, they are finding a lot more stuff. Am I not hearing the music or something? Is that what's going on? So I can't seem to. I haven't heard it for a little while. It's usually more often than that. Come on. Come on, stranger, where are you? And I noticed the last video got way more views than all the others in the series have done, put together. And I suspect it's because of the mysterious stranger. And I just put it in to let you guys know, yes, I've sussed it out. And I know how to click on him. Zooming out seems to work for me when he appears. But not all, nothing's 100%. I'm sure there's guys that are just really good at dashing around the vault looking, or have figured out there's some sort of pattern, but I can't see a pattern to his appearances. They do seem to be quite random. I've seen him pop in the same room twice and then appear up here in a lift. This is when he'll suddenly appear, betcha. They'll be fine with that fire, they can handle that. Yeah, they put it out already. Let's check their HP. Yeah, nobody's... You'll manage, you don't need healing yet. Aha! So we've got some more perception dwellers. So how are they doing? Oh yes, we're getting there. So tons of these are going to be replacing the guys upstairs, or some of them are, because they're all relatively low level. See, level 1. So they'll be going up there, and they'll become the new fighters, but it'll be a while because I'm going to be sending them out to get their actual level up as well as having high stats to begin with. Was that the music then? I've messed with the volumes on this. I wish I hadn't now. It's I'm talking with headphones on, so as I'm talking I'm getting that effect you get when you put your fingers in your ears and you can hear your own voice really quite loudly, and you don't hear everything else that's going on in the world, or in this case, everything that's going on in the game. No, not hearing anything. I must have missed it, I think. I think it should have passed by now. So we'll go back to regular mode. But yeah, hey, no, I don't want to grab him. And that's something else I've noticed since the patch as well is... that was definitely the music then. No! What are you doing? Zoom out! Missed him now, for sure. Yeah, I must have done. Yeah, it's bugging out in where I've changed what mouse I'm using, etc. And I don't know if there's some setting I need to look at within the game, but what I'm finding is I'll be doing this and then suddenly it'll pick somebody up in the room and fling them across to wherever, so I'm then trying not to drop them on another room because I just want them to carry on where they are. There's Max with animation. Yeah, it's about there, isn't it? Right. So the dwellers are doing quite nicely, thank you very much. But we're not doing so well with the other guy. We've got some new gear. So we've got these for the agility room. These guys are just threw in quickly to keep it running, but it's actually producing quite a lot of food. Some of the other guys are pulled down from the calf, but I then realised that what I thought were amazing stats when they first came into the vault are not so amazing anymore. So in the agility athletics room, we're training up there. This guy, whoever's on the vault horse, is nigh impossible to collect. There we go. And he's at agility 8. Getting better. I think he's quite high. Well, I didn't hear the first bit. And he is super charismatic and... So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. I think I just dumped him in here. He entered the vault and I went, I'll just put him there for now, and forgot about him. So he's now wound up with a absolute stack of charisma, which ain't no bad thing, I guess. So it's not a lot else to tell. The vault is running on swimmingly. I want to get it so this is what I mean. You see, I'm clicking in empty space and grabbing dwellers when I don't want to. And I can't seem to find a sensitivity thing to turn it down or something, so I don't know. There's not a lot of settings within the game. So that's the sound. I didn't want it that loud. I was playing quite late the other night. Camera sensitivity. Well, I'll put that on all the way up. I don't know if that's better or worse. Maybe that was it. I don't know. See, that was when I was trying to figure out what the problem was with the zoom function. Dun dun dun. Where are you? Where are you? Looking, looking, looking. So he could well be not in front of me, and he could be down here. I think we've missed him again. Yes, I know we've got a lot of stuff. I'm deciding what to do with it. Look, 5 spaces left. I don't need bloody great reminders like that. Now, when raiders come in, they drop all kinds of stuff, but they only drop one. So if they come in, they drop a weapon. Only one of them will have the weapon. None of the others will. It's as simple as that. So you get 3 corpses. They'll have 10 caps each, maybe, and then 1 green weapon. I've not seen anything better than that drop from them yet, and we've had quite a few because I've had the radio one full blast. Fire down. You know, I don't know what you guys are doing in that room. That's the second fire in, 10 minutes. So, yeah, more careful down there. So it's a bit boring to watch in the minute because it's just me sort of trying to catch this guy while other things are happening, like the training. And in truth, what I'm doing is what you do with a mobile game is, you sort of check in, make sure everything's doing as it should. Like these are in the... God, there was that tune again. Dun dun dun. There he is. We got him that time. So yeah, I got 435, was it then? And then the next time he'll drop several thousand, 4,000 or 5,000, which isn't a lot. I've gone down to this level of money just because I've been knocking rooms down and rebuilding and not a lot else. I mean, when our explorer came back, which was it's Jacob Fisher. When he came back, he had nearly 15k. But at the minute, you see, he's pimped for being out. He's got a Gauss rifle and wasteland gear. I haven't found any better wasteland gear. Came back, med babies, and straight back out again. So yeah, he's quite a happy chap. I'll leave these guys on coffee breaks for now. So, no, I don't want to click him. Right, so we'll leave it there. And like I say, if you do want your... you want a namesake in the vault, you want a dweller naming after you, and you are, in fact, a subscriber, then yeah, let me know in the comment section, and I will add you to the vault. Dun dun dun. Where are you? And what I've noticed when I watch my videos back is I find it easier to spot the mysterious stranger watching the video than I do when I'm playing the game. So I don't know what that effect is called, but I seem to be noticing it. Alright then, folks, we shall leave it there, and I will see you in the next one. Okay then, bye for now.